When I first started my detailing business back in 2011, it was out of my 2003 Toyota Matrix XRS with very limited tools and products. And if you fast forward to, let's say, 7 years later, we have a small team, we have a Ram ProMaster, and we have a lot more tools and products. And if you go to present day right now, we don't have the mobile van anymore, but we have 2 shops and we offer paint correction, ceramic coating, window tint, vinyl wraps, and we have more tools and products. And the thing that I'm gonna focus on with this video, that it's very basic, but it's one of those things where it's easy to get lost in the sauce of thinking more things are important, is at the end of the day, what matters most with your customers, regardless of the service, the price, the tools and products, or where you are in your business, is that the customer is happy with the results you produced. And that's it. They're not worried about if you used a $150 polisher versus a $400 polisher. They're not worried if you used a heated extractor versus a non-heated extractor. They're not worried if you're using this ceramic coating brand versus that ceramic coating brand. What they want is, hey, my interior is dirty and I want it cleaned. Who can do that? There's scratches on my paint and I want them removed. Who can do that? So if you can solve the problem for your customers, that's all that matters. Everything in between does not matter to the customer. They just want the problem solved, and that's getting the car detailed, getting the interior cleaning the engine, removing scratches, getting their window tinted. All you have to focus on, aside from anything else that's going on in your business or what you're not happy about or what you want or what you don't have, is solving the problem for the customer. If you do that every single time, no matter what you're using, what you're doing, what you have, what you don't have, you'll always win because the customer is satisfied with your services and you solve their problem. By the way, I have a brand new training on how I turned my websites into a customer generating machine that works 24/7. It's brand new, I just released it. If you wanna go to detailclass.com or click the link down below and sign up for the free training. It goes over how I started my business, the ups and downs, when my business completely changed, and just how my business went from getting no customers to having a fully booked out schedule. And the reason why I make this video is just because I see comments or people DM me asking like, hey, I wanna do this business, but my truck isn't presentable. Hey, I wanna do this business, but the tools and products that I have aren't professional, they're store-bought. And when I read those comments, it's like you're forgetting the main goal of what you're doing. To start your business is not to carry the most expensive tools and products, or to have the nicest looking van, or to go and get as many certificates as you can, right? Do those things help you be more efficient? Yes. Does having better tools and products just make your life easier? Yes. Does having a newer wrap vehicle look more professional? Yes. But if you're looking at strictly solving a customer's problem, all those things do not matter, right? You could go in there, if you're a mobile detailer and you go to your customer's house in a Ford Mustang with a bunch of crates, but you carry the tools and products that you need to clean that interior, and at the end of the detail, the customer comes out and says, wow, this is the cleanest I've ever seen my interior. You've done the job. Whether using a $200 steamer or a $700 steamer at that point is irrelevant because the customer wanted their interior cleaned and you were able to get it done. Back when I was doing details back in 2011 to 2013, there was nothing fancy about what I was doing, especially on interior details. It was literally just an all-purpose cleaner in a spray bottle, a few brushes, my towels, and a vacuum. There was no steamer or extractor. So even on a very heavily dirty, stained interior, I was there with an all-purpose cleaner, towels, and I was scrubbing every single square inch of the interior because that's all I had. And at the end of the detail, the customer was still happy with the results. And that's why I said in the beginning of the video of when I first started, 7 years in, and present day, the customers are still satisfied and happy with the results that we're producing. So even when I was using the most minimal tools and products with the most basic setup in a little 2003 Toyota Matrix XRS, I was still able to deliver the results that my customers were paying for. And if you fast forward, when we had a better van or had more help and had more tools and products, we're still delivering the results that the customers paid for, and they're happy and satisfied with the results. So your main focus should be, aside from marketing and getting customers, is when you are dealing with a customer, when you are hired to do the work, your main focus should say, I'm here to solve the customer's problem. That's the main goal. It's not to say, oh, well, I don't have my van fully wrapped there. Oh, there's a little bit of a dent or a scratch on my truck. Oh, are people gonna like that I pull up in a, Volkswagen Beetle? Oh, should I go and get a loan before? No, all those things support you solving problems for your customers, but it's not the main thing, right? Whether you're in a sedan, in a coupe, in a truck, in a trailer, in a big van, the goal is to solve the customer's problem. Like, it sounds so basic, but it's so easy to get lost in all these other things because, you're seeing so many photos and videos on Instagram and TikTok and, look at these builds and look at this guy over here. But it all goes back down to the same thing. If you're not solving your customers' problems, if you're not delivering the best customer experience that you can, it doesn't matter if you have a $25,000 van. It doesn't matter if you spend $5,000 on your van. It doesn't matter if you have 4 certification and you're an authorized ceramic coating installer. Your business will not grow and you will not have happy customers if you're not delivering on solving the customer's problems. Now, as an example, let's say you're getting into paint correction, paint polishing, paint enhancements, whatever you want to call it. And you're saying to yourself, man, I really want to offer these services, but I only have 2 pads to work with, right? It doesn't matter. Let's just keep things very, very general here. And you're saying, oh, well, I see all these other detailers and they have 10 pads, 20 pads, 30 pads. Oh, they have such a variety of pads, right? If you're just getting started and you're doing, let's just say like a light polish. If you're just getting started, that's typically what you would do. Can you polish a whole vehicle with just 2 pads? Again, keeping things very generic. Don't stick to any detail, just keeping things very generic. Could you detail an entire vehicle? Could you polish an entire vehicle with just 2 pads? Yes. Yes, you can. Once you finish and once clogged up, you're gonna go to the sink, wash it, let it dry, grab the other one and keep on working. Once this one's clogged up, you wash it, clean it out, let it dry as you use this one. Like, does it help to have more? Does it help to have something better? Does it help to, yes, but I'm saying you could polish, if you have 4 pads and you have a cutting pad and then you have another 2 sets of pads for polishing, you can correct and polish an entire vehicle using 4 pads. Like, there's no reason why you can't do that. And this is just one example I'm trying to give you of the dozens of examples that you can implement into your business if you think you don't have everything or you're not ready or you have to wait for something else to go and like start your business or to go and like offer a specific service. Like, you can do a lot more with a lot less than what you think. If you have that like proactive mindset of like actually getting the job done with the tools and products that you have. And I don't want to hear from all those people that are saying like, oh, well, if you're gonna go into business, like, you should invest in yourself and you should spend 5,000, stop. No, yes, in an ideal world, if you have a couple $1,000s set aside to just buy tools and products, yeah, that'll help. But most of us aren't gonna be in that situation. Most of us are starting with the most basic tools, products, and essentials to go and service whatever clients that we can, right? Like, yes, in an ideal situation, you have $2,000 and you get a decent arsenal of tools and products to like go and detail. But again, like, that's just not how most people are starting. Like, definitely not me. So you work with what you have. So the moral of this video is to simply start with what you have. Do with what you have, because that's what you have right now. Don't worry about what others are saying of what's the proper way to be a professional, what's the proper way to do things. At the end of the day, if you're arriving to your customer's job with a basic dry fit Nike shirt and a hat and whatever, but you have the tools and products to get the job done, even if it's not the most expensive or the newest flashiest things, or you're in a Mustang or a Ford Ranger instead of this big Ford Transit, it's okay. Do the best you can, make sure the customer is happy and satisfied with your results, and you'll keep on building your business day after day.